So you're thinking about moving to Las Vegas. Well, make sure you watch this before you start doing your research, before you start doing any kind of commitments or anything like that. Because in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the top 10 mistakes that people make in regards to relocating here to the Las Vegas, Nevada area. It doesn't matter if you're buying or if you're renting, there are some mistakes that people are out there making. And number one, it catches a lot of people and it could cost you thousands. So stay with us until the end. And as we always like to say on this channel, let the show begin, because we're getting after it right now. Jumping right in, started with number 10. You always hear it. You don't connect with the local real estate agent. And I know your first thought is going to be, oh, of course he's going to say that. He's a real estate agent. He wants to get paid. Listen, guys, I don't think that there's anything wrong with anyone desiring to be paid for their services. It is not the reason that I'm saying this. Bigger than that, guys, bigger than that. We have a strong desire here, especially here with Team Lavert. We have a strong desire to help people build their wealth, to get into home ownership. There are so many people that can barely get into home ownership. We need to even the playing field in regards to how people are able to generate their wealth, how people are able to pass on their generational wealth from themselves to their children, to other family members, to other loved ones, whatever it may be. We take pride in being able to help people do that. So yeah, of course we want to get paid for it, but please understand, we've seen a lot of people hurt in regards to purchasing properties. Sometimes they don't purchase without an agent. Sometimes they may purchase with the wrong agent that's inexperienced, that's not doing it, that's not out there doing it and have a great deal of experience. We want to make sure that you're going to be in the right hands and connecting with the right local real estate agent. I've been doing this here for 18 years. My team combined, we have more than 45 years of experience in regards to helping great people like yourself get into real estate, get into home ownership. So yes, please connect with a professional. I know you can probably pull your own teeth. I know you can probably fix your own car. I know you can probably build your own home, but you probably go to professionals, true professionals that have been doing it a lot in order for you to get the best results. This is one of the biggest things that people will do in their lives as far as purchasing a home. Yes, we want you to connect to us so that we can help you get the best deal in regards to you getting into your home ownership. And we want to make sure that people know that there is a place they can come to make sure that their desires, their wishes, their needs, no matter who they are, no matter how they show up, no matter how they describe themselves, no matter who they love, whatever it may be, we want you to make sure you understand there are true professionals that will be there to fight for your needs and help you get to your goals in regards to home ownership. We've been doing it for a while, but let us use that experience and let us put that to work for you. And please, before you even go into new construction, give us a call so that we can help you out. Number 9, underestimating what we call HOAs here, the homeowner associations that are here in Las Vegas. We have a lot of them in the Las Vegas, Henderson area. Now, we want to make sure, some people are out there, they're like, I don't mind HOAs. Some people are like, I can't stand HOAs. I want to be able to do everything I want to be able to do. Some people are like, I want an HOA. I want everything taken care of. I want things in order. All of those different things. So we want to make sure that we understand what your desires are, but make sure you do understand not only do we have what's called HOAs, but we also have a thing that's called a SID and a LID. So not understanding all these different fees that may come along when it comes to you purchasing a home. You want to talk to us, sit down with us, make sure that we explain to you what HOA means, what a SID, Special Improvement District, means, making sure you understand what a LID is in the Henderson area, Living Improvement District, all of these different types of things. We want to make sure we sit down with you so you truthfully understand your fees. Number 8 is this, skipping the commute test. You want to understand what is happening in Las Vegas. The traffic is, I believe, is wonderful and easy compared to places like New York, compared to places like LA, compared to places like bigger cities like that, Chicago, whatever that may be, Dallas, all those different types of areas. They have a lot of traffic. We don't necessarily have that, but when you become accustomed to it, especially like during our little 3:30 to maybe that 6:30-ish time frame, when we get into that sort of heavier traffic time, it can take you a little bit longer to get from one area to the next. It's not going to be anything close to like LA or any of those types of things. I've had many people from California come here and go, oh my God, the traffic is wonderful. We love it. Even when we're in our high traffic, post-work before work traffic kind of seasons, people still say it's a breeze compared to what we move away from. But still, understand we still have it. We do have a lot of what we call our orange cones that are always up there. We call them our state flowers, but underestimating the construction that also comes with those drives sometimes, we have a lot. We are a growing city. We are growing constantly. We're tearing things up. We're building things. We're doing new roads. So you have to get used to that idea of understanding what that commute looks like, understanding that we are going to have a lot of construction around Las Vegas, around Henderson, and all that kind of great stuff. But that just means we're having wonderful growth pains. So make sure you're aware of that before you move here to the Las Vegas area, Las Vegas and Henderson area. And number next, I forget your number that we're on, but assuming that Las Vegas and Henderson, North Las Vegas is cheaper than you really think it is. It's not as cheap as most people think. It's definitely becoming more expensive for some people. We're definitely seeing a lot of people saying Las Vegas is catching up. We're starting to get there. Not as expensive as California, not as expensive as Seattle, not as expensive as Chicago, New York, not as expensive as China and all those different places where we're seeing a lot of our clients come from. But it still is getting there. Our fees are definitely still getting there. Like we said before, we want to understand what those HOA fees are. We want to understand when we move here, our utilities are going to be high in one season, low in the next season, high in the next season, all those different types of things. Really understanding when those fees may jump, fluctuate, all that kind of great stuff. Understanding things like what we're going to be talking about probably in the next one is going to be registration for your cars and all those different types of things, and making sure we understand some of those fees. No, we don't have state income tax. That saves a lot of money for people. That puts a lot of money back in people's pockets. So that's great. But we still want to understand some of those other things that you may not be aware of that can come across as a little higher in regards to the fees and the dues that are happening here in the Vegas and Henderson area. And number next, I think this is the right one down here. This is number next. This is what I was just talking about, registration in regards to your car. There is a huge sticker shock when it comes to registering your car here in the Las Vegas area. I was crazy shocked when it came to registering my car, especially if you have a new car or if you have a luxury vehicle and you have to register your car annually, not every other year, not every 5 years, but annually here in the Las Vegas area. And depending upon where you live, your insurance for your vehicle can be high. Living closer to the Strip, think about it, guys. People in the Las Vegas Strip, they come here to party, they're having a good time. You probably have more intoxicated people driving in that particular area, so your insurance may be higher if you happen to live in that area. But when it comes to registering your car here, very, very high. So check those numbers as well. Again, especially if you have a brand new car, especially if you have a luxury car, those fees can be very high. That definitely drops over time as your car becomes older and all those different types of things. But again, you're paying a pretty penny and you're paying it annually. So that's sticker shock in regards to that DMV registration. Now, this one is somewhat interesting. This is going to be our water restrictions that are here in the Las Vegas area. It affects everything from your landscaping, affects the size of the pool that you can now put into your property because you can't put a pool over a certain square footage now in the backyard. So you want to make sure that you know these things, and that's going to be reaching out to us, connecting with us so that you can be aware of these things. And there's certain times that the district doesn't want you watering your lawn, so you want to make sure you're aware of those different types of things. Water is a big thing here. Water is a big in the media, over the top. Oh my God, Las Vegas is running out of water. None of that's happening. That's media. That's headlines. We are connected to the Colorado. Yes, Lake Mead is definitely down as far as the levels, but we still have nice, huge amounts of drinking water here in the Las Vegas area, and we still have tons and tons of water that we pull from the Colorado that, in all honesty, we are actually letting other states around us borrow and use because we don't even use a portion or a fraction of the amount that we are actually allotted. So again, I know in the media sometimes out there, water levels are always something that's a big concern. But the biggest thing you really want to understand when it comes to water is understanding what restrictions there are. And you definitely want to make sure that you understand what you can do as far as landscaping, what you can do as far as your pool, and everything else, size of pool and all that kind of great stuff. And you'll learn that when you work with us in regards to helping you purchase your property or maybe even renting a property here in the Las Vegas area. This next one is a little serious. I would say it's definitely even more serious than most of the ones that we're going to give you here. But coming to Las Vegas with sort of kind of the glitz in your eyes, a little bit of that, and really not factoring in whether or not this is the right place for you. There are a lot of issues that are here in the Las Vegas area, from homelessness to addictions, and every other shuns that are out there, from gambling to the three-letter word addiction and everything else. You want to make sure this is the right place for you. 100%, of course, we want to be able to help people when they move here to the Las Vegas area. But at the same time, we want to make sure that you understand that this is the right place for you. We do not want to have to turn around and help people sell houses because there's a gambling going on. There's, addictions going on. There's all of these different concerns that are going on. We've helped people do that. No, it's not rampant, or at least I'm not experiencing a lot in that sense, but at the same time, it's Las Vegas. So we want to make sure that you understand that, yes, the glitz is here, the glamour is here, the fun is here, all those great things are here. It's still wonderfully family oriented. It doesn't matter if you're a beautiful single family individual, two parents, or whatever it may be, whoever, big, huge family, mom, dad, mom, whomever. We just want you to understand that this is a place you want to make sure is right for you. And we want you to take care of yourself. Because coming from New York, coming from San Francisco, I see a lot of people with that mentality of, oh, Vegas is not a huge city. It's not that big of a city. And I've seen this baby chew a lot of people up. And we don't want that for people. We don't want that for people. We want people that can come here, really enjoy this beautiful city, really enjoy the Strip if that's something that you choose to indulge in. A lot of people, when you live here, you barely go to the Strip. So all of us don't gamble. We all aren't showgirls and showboys and all that kind of good stuff. I was a showboy when I first came here. That's another story. But nonetheless, at the same time, it's just not that place always that everybody comes just to gamble. It's really a beautiful place that a lot of people truly call home, and they also love everything else that Las Vegas has to offer, from shows to art to the outdoors, all that kind of great stuff, to the phenomenal sports, all the good stuff. So again, make sure that you're taking care of yourself and make sure this is the right place for you. And this is one that most people really don't think about, is the socializing of Las Vegas. Vegas can be a very sort of transient city. People come in, they leave, they don't stay for a long time, or they do, or they may stay inside a lot. So it is going to be a place where you do have to make the efforts to socialize. You may be gifted and blessed to have a lot of kids, and maybe your kids are involved in sports and things like that, so you get to sort of kind of tap into that, and you get to meet other parents and things like that. But you've got to be able to make the efforts to socialize here in Las Vegas. If you have interest as far as things that you'd like to do, get out and do, from bike riding to hiking and all those kind of good stuff. You can join events and clubs and all those different types of things. But socializing here in the Vegas area, other than being at the clubs, other than nightlife and all that kind of good stuff, because if that's where you feel like you can get your socializing, maybe if you're in your 20s, great, you can do that. But again, socializing here in the Las Vegas area is one you have to put some effort into. I would think, like, any place else, really, you do have to put that effort in. But Las Vegas, definitely very transient in that sense. So be prepared to put effort into your socializing, strategic socializing, if you will, to make sure that you meet tons of friends. Now, this is a big one for a lot of people. This is going to be the healthcare in regards to people being able to have access to doctors, being able to get the medical care that you need here in the Las Vegas area. You really want to understand maybe where different hospitals are. If you need VA, because we have a lot of vets that want to move closer to the VA hospital, we've helped a lot of our vets get moved into that area so they can get those services. We've helped a lot of people. Las Vegas is a place where a lot of our retirees come, and they want to be close to hospitals. We make sure that we show them different areas that do have those facilities nearby, so that they can have some of those accesses and those services to their doctors. Like everyone knows, Vegas can be hot as all Hades, and then at the same time, most people may not realize it can be extremely cold. So sometimes that affects people's allergies, sinuses. I didn't have allergies when I first moved here. I didn't realize cactuses, pollen, and all that stuff even existed, or if that's really a true thing. Maybe that's what I was told. But all of those different types of things sort of kind of plug into your health. So make sure you're aware of that as well when it comes to your health. Some people do go to California. Some people even go down to Mexico and things like that as far as taking care of their health services. But that's another big one you really want to make sure you put some effort into, put some time into, some energy into before you move here to see what that looks like. No, it is not going to be one of the best world-renowned health facilities here in the Las Vegas area. We do have some great hospitals and some great facilities that are popping up. But at the same time, make sure you either look into maybe a private doctor if that's something that your budget allows you to do, or maybe look into other options in regards to being closer to certain facilities. We have a lot of healthcare facilities, from hospitals to quick care, all those different types of different options here in the Las Vegas area. But healthcare is definitely a big one you want to make sure you do some homework and research on. And this is the biggest one that we are seeing some people move into the Las Vegas area as far as their biggest mistake without doing this. Is definitely costing them money. You're purchasing your property sight unseen. Now listen, a lot of people are like, how can you purchase a property sight unseen? You can definitely purchase a property sight unseen, or at least not physically having gone in the property. And that is okay when you are working with a professional agent, someone that can walk you through the property, someone that can send you videos, someone that can FaceTime with you and all those kind of great things around the property, someone that can give you input about the neighborhood, someone that can give you input about schools around the neighborhood, at least point you in the direction as far as finding information about that neighborhood, all of those different types of things. Sometimes you can look at these properties and you can just look at our numbers and go, wow, they're so inexpensive. California, if you're coming from California to New York, they'll think it's so expensive. So you're like, okay, I'll just buy 2 of them. It doesn't matter where it is. I'm an investor. I want to start investing. No, please don't do that. Make sure you reach out to us. Make sure you connect with us. We would love to help you. We have definitely helped a lot of our clients. They have bought properties before they even stepped foot in them, but we've done due diligence with them. We've done FaceTime with them. We've done walked in there and done walkthroughs for them. If they couldn't find someone else on behalf of doing their walkthroughs, we've been able to go in and get those, make sure those repairs are taken care of, and we can sign off for them while we're doing FaceTime and videos for them and all that kind of great stuff. So please, that's one of the biggest things that costs people a lot of money. It costs them a lot of headache, because all of a sudden you're buying a property, you don't know where this property is located, you're not even familiar with the neighborhood, whatever it may be, and you purchase it because you think it's a very good buy, but you've never seen the property. Again, I know there's some investors out there that are completely fine. As long as the numbers work for them on paper, they're fine to do it. We are fine to help you out doing that in that regards. We get that. We just encourage you to at least allow us to walk you through the property, take you through the property, be your eyes and your feet and your boots on the ground as far as giving you that input and at least pointing you to the right places so you can get more information in regards to crime, schools, everything else around the neighborhood. So please do not come here and just purchase a property or even jump on the internet and just purchase a property without us as a real estate agent. And again, like I always say, this is where you definitely can lose a lot of money. Please do not just go into a new build. A new build, as far as new construction is concerned with, they are doing a lot of things right now, but they're doing more things because we know of them as real estate agents. We can go and negotiate even more. Sometimes you may go, oh my God, maybe I've asked for too much. Most of the time haven't asked for enough. We know how to go in there. We understand what they're offering. We understand that right now, during this time, there's a lot more negotiation for our buyers that are going on. So please make sure that we are there to be able to be of assistance to you so we can put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. Do not do this on your own, and do not buy this sight unseen and just walking in and handling it by yourself. We'd love to make sure that we can be of service to you. So now that you know these top 10 mistakes, especially that number 1 mistake, sort of kind of doing it on your own, buying sight unseen, which one of these sort of kind of surprised you the most? I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments in that regard. And again, don't do this on your own, because if you're planning to move here to the Las Vegas, Nevada area, make sure you reach out, subscribe down below. All of our information is down there. And we look forward to earning your business, meeting you here in Las Vegas, showing you around, and seeing you in the next video. Take care.